What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to another episode of ItsASheThIngTV by me, Dominique. I'm really sick right now, okay? I'm gonna go into detail shit, okay? You guys know me by now, okay? Yesterday, I was sleeping, and yeah, I just needed to vomit, so I did. And you know what? I know they say you're not supposed to mix alcohol and drinks, okay? But I didn't know you're not supposed to mix food, meats. Yesterday, my mum made barbecue chicken, so I ate it. And there was some ribs too, so I ate that. And then I just started feeling like shit, okay? So I don't know if you're not supposed to mix meat, but I wouldn't suggest it, okay? Because I feel really sick right now. But I'm doing this review for you guys because you guys are counting on me, okay? Look, come rain or shine, thunder and storm, I would do a review for you guys unless my computer is being a bitch. Okay? But yes. And I just quickly want to shout out these people because they always make me feel like I'm doing my job. I'm doing it good, okay? So I want to shout out Lisa C. Thank you so much for always commenting. I want to shout out Dominique Lewis. Girl, we got the same names. You know? Thank you. Okay, and I also want to shout out Always Learning for, you know, just always commenting and just giving it to me. Thank you so much, okay? Thank you, guys. Oh, I feel hot. I feel sick. Please bear with me, guys. I really don't feel well. Okay. Let's get into this episode, okay? So, welcome to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 18 review by me, Dominique. This episode was okay. It was tiring. It just was what it was. Okay. It just wasn't. Nothing really happened. Okay, and this is why I get pissed off with this show, because they leave all the interesting shit until the end. Okay, so they drag us through the boring ass BS. Okay, throughout the whole episode, and then they decide to show all the action towards the end, which means we're gonna have to wait until the next episode to watch that action, just to find out that the action is gonna be right at the end of that episode. I see what they're doing. They're doing some good marketing strategies, okay, but that's some bullshit. I don't want to keep waiting every damn episode, every damn week, always until the end just to see some action, okay? Because this week I thought we were going to see the Greg and Peter fight. Oh, but no. We're going to see that shit next week. And I bet you they are going to show that shit right at the end. To be continued, as they always do. I mean, why the hell are you going to preview this fight in last week's episode, giving us false hope? How you going to do that to your fans? Okay, let's just get into this, guys. Alright, run over. Alright, so we start off with just this one bit. Kenya makes a stupid-ass remark, again, to Phaedra's baby weight. Okay? You know, she's seen eating fruit, and she said, you know, she has to keep up her look. She doesn't want to be looking like Phaedra. Now, this is the shit that pisses me off. Are you fucking stupid? The woman just had a kid. She just had a baby, okay? She's been working her ass off. She probably hasn't got time to bloody lose weight. She has a kid, Kenya. Now, I don't want to be insensitive and rude, but, yeah, you wouldn't know. I can't say this without sounding like a bitch, but I'm going to say this because I'm being honest. You wouldn't know anything about having a kid, okay? You wouldn't know what comes along with it. You cannot just lose weight like that. And especially if you're trying to lose that shit naturally, okay? That's what I'm going to say, alright? She just always seems to be talking about people's relationships, people's marriages. And I'm like, why do you have so much to say when you've never been married? You have never been married. You have never been in a union. You have never stood before God to let your vows be shown. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, it's always the people that don't know shit that always have the most to say. Oh, okay. It's annoying. Alright, so we fast forward. I'm going to fast forward through this whole review because there was nothing really in this episode until the end. Okay, so all the couples are seen driving towards this destination, and basically, Todd and Candy, Nene and Greg, no, not Nene and Greg, Cynthia and Peter, and Kenya and Miss Lawrence, are all in the car together, and she still swapped up all the couples, okay? And the talk turns to Candy and Todd's relationship. And guess who's trying to be the host yet again? Kenya. Kenya knows all about relationship, guys. You know, she's trying to be the relationship guru, you know, like, okay. And it was awkward, you know. We understand where Todd's coming from, but, you know, you don't want to just let your business all out there in front of everyone, you know, showing that there's a crack in your relationship. You don't want to show that, especially not in front of Kenya, because she'll use that shit against you. She will. Let's move on. Alright, so the couples eventually go on a trip to the caves, okay? Oh my gosh, guys, did you see that big ass snake? I swear that snake had a human being inside of it. It was fucking huge, okay? I don't do that shit. You ain't trying to take me into no cave, and I'm certainly ain't going to be around the wildlife, get my ass eaten up, you know, because I always have bad luck. There's always one person that shit happens to, and I'm that person. Okay, okay. Alright, but, you know, they end up in the caves, and, you know, I couldn't do that because I'm claustrophobic. Like, what if the cave crumbles down on you? Then what the fuck you gonna do? You dead. Huh? Okay, but we're not getting into that. Let's, you know, I'm trying to spruce it up for you guys. Come on. Alright, so Kenya discovers this indoor pool. You know, this little, I don't know what it's called. Let's call it a Havana. I don't think that's the name, but I'm gonna call it a Havana. Okay, she discovers this little indoor pool, and it looks great, but I bet it's cold as shit. And, you know, she decides to go in, you know, bearing all the assets and all that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? She looked fucking great in that pool, okay? Let's give it up to Kenya. She looked, yellow is definitely her color, and she looked great in that blue pool, whatever it's called. She looked nice in it, but she knew exactly what she was doing, okay? She was like, get in, Apollo. Really? Because you know the ice is still thin, okay? You know there's still trouble in paradise, you know? I know Kenya was probably joking, but you just don't do that shit, you know? Especially looking all sexy like that. And Apollo was actually contemplating. We're going to get into this, okay? So everyone kind of debates whether or not to get in the pool. And Apollo obviously wants to get into the pool. He wants to get in, okay? He's just watching like, Apollo, you know you want to get in the pool. You know you want to get in the pool. You know you want to get in the pool with Kenya. I know it. You can't trust. Oh, okay, alright. And eventually everyone goes in, okay, which is a good thing, alright. And we all know Phaedra didn't want to go in that damn pool, but she was definitely going to go in that damn pool because she didn't want a repeat of what happened last season, okay. We're not even going to get into that shit. But Apollo, you know, I'm not feeling him. I'm not feeling him this season. He's completely, what's the word I'm trying to look for? He's completely tarnished his whole image, okay? He was seen as, you know, this, well, I don't know what he was seen as, but he was seen as, you know, Phaedra's husband that we all kind of liked. Now I don't even like him. I can't even look at him. I don't find him sexy anymore. I can't stand his face. I can't stand his high-pitched voice. You know, I used to let that shit go too, okay? I used to let that shit go. But now that shit bothers me. It annoys me now. And then when Kenya walked off in the bikini, he looked. Now, I don't know if Bravo edited that, but his ass was looking. He was looking. He looked. Okay. Alright. Now, what I do want to say, I just want to touch up on this, alright? I do want to say, you guys may blame Kenya, okay? And you're all right too, okay? Kenya knows what she's doing. She's, you know, she may be jokey and all of that, but she's doing this to kind of dig it a little bit. I can't talk today. You know what I'm trying to say, okay? She's trying to dig this shit deep. You know, she's trying to irk Phaedra. That's what she's trying to do. Alright, but Kenya is entitled to do whatever the fuck she wants because she did not stand before God to take vows, okay? She's not married. She's not bond. She's not in no union, okay? If anyone should be getting the flack for this, it should be Apollo. He's getting off way too easily, okay? And I know that shit. We know that shit. Phaedra needs to check Apollo, Okay, now Phaedra already acts like Apollo's mom. We understand, but no, this guy's going too damn far. Okay, alright. Okay. So anyway, the ladies eventually go to see a I was just gonna say Felicity. Hey Felicity, I don't know who that is, but sorry guys. They go to see a fertility shaman, okay, without, you know, Phaedra and Portia, whatever. They go, all the ladies go to support Kenya because Kenya's having these fertility issues, okay? So this is when the episode gets serious. Let me put on my serious voice, okay? You know, it's very hard to feel sorry for Kenya because she's constantly acting like a bitch, acting shady and just doing things too over the top. But, you know, yes, obviously being women, we obviously felt the sympathy for her in this episode, okay, in this particular scene. So, you know, it's a very spiritual thing. It's very out there, like, it's very over the top, very, you know, I don't believe in that hooja booja stuff, you know, I don't, but then I do. I'm sorry, you're evoking some spirits, you know, you flying all that smoke somewhere, you're awakening some shit. Okay, so let's hope this really works for, Kenya, but, yeah, it was a bit over the top. But I felt sorry for her because she really seems like, you know, she really wants to have a baby. Now, I did say previously, like, oh, then why did she wait all this time to have a kid? You know, blah, blah, blah. Why is she waiting, wasting time? Now, here's the thing. She actually opens up and actually lets us all know why. Okay, so apparently she fell in love with this guy at the age of 35. Alright, it was all beautiful. She thought this was the one. He thought she was the one. He had a child and she loved that child so much. And then it fell to shit. And she was banking on this guy to get her kind of pregnant, I think. And it didn't happen. Okay, and look at the time now. I'm not saying, you know, women can have kids at any age now. Okay, Halle Berry, hello. But, yeah. Your kid can be prone to Down syndrome once you hit the age of 30 something actually. Okay, so I don't know, it's going to be pretty hard for Kenya, but if she believes in it, let's all pray for her, let her have her kid. We all know that African prince is nowhere to be seen. We don't know if this African prince does not exist. Okay, I don't know who the fuck he is. And remember last review I told you it was some guy called Debanj? It's not him. Oh, this is all too much, but yeah, let's just pray for her. All the women, you know, open up to each other. They're all talking. They're all, you know, and which is a nice thing. I think we would all love Kenya if she was really open and true with herself instead of putting on this stupid act. Just like Nene. Nene and Kenya do not get on because I believe that they are the exact same people. Okay, they are the exact same person, actually. Alright, so the guys, you know, go off to smoke their cigars together, and I wish I was there. That's my type of shit. Ooh! You know, I'm a tomboy anyway, okay, but I would have been there with my nice gown, you know, like, tequila, please. You know, ooh, cigar, thank you. Ooh, ooh. You know, that's my type of shit. That looked great, man. Ooh. Anyway, off track, alright? So the guys are bonding, smoking their shit, all loose, all, you know, relaxed. And Kenya shows up. Now, it's like, every time Kenya shows up, you know, there's some bullshit gonna happen. Let's call her Chaos Kenya from now on, okay? Chaos Kenya. Because every time Kenya is around, chaos is bound to happen. Okay, so she shows up with Miss Lawrence, and you know, she knows what she's doing, looking all sexy in front of the guys. She pulls up a chair, you know, buys them all a round of tequila. And you know, she kind of just does, you know, she's just trying to mingle with them, but you know, she's doing it in a seductive kind of way. Not really seductive, but you know, if you see a woman with a bunch of guys, what do you think? You know, you just think, oh, okay, I see what she's trying to do, you know? Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Alright, but you know, she was just trying to get into the guys' heads, talking to them. And you know, the guys are loosening up. And you know what? She makes a valid point. She says that Apollo was so calm and relaxed. And that's the thing, is like, I love Phaedra so much, but Phaedra tends to treat Apollo like he's a kid. And instead of them two looking like a married couple, it's more so a mother and son relationship, which is not a good thing. Okay, I know Phaedra's pretty. I know Phaedra's she's probably a vixen in the bedroom. Okay, but the way she comes across is like, Apollo, don't do that. Apollo, where are you? Apollo, come stand next to me. You know. Yeah. Alright? But anyway, as the guys are talking, Kenya turns her attention to Apollo and she eventually asks him to accompany her somewhere. I don't know if Kenya's intentions are what they are actually meant to be. Okay, the way she comes across is like she's doing things to be vindictive, but maybe she just really wanted to talk to Apollo and get things clear. Okay, but you still see the flirtatious sides to her. Alright, so whether or not she's talking to him, it just still seems very vindictive and bad. Okay, alright. But the guys are telling him no. Peter's like, don't go, Apollo. Don't do it. Don't do it, Apollo. Listen to the boys, Apollo. Just listen to them, okay? Because women will find out anything, okay? Phaedra's ass could have been in America. She still would have found out that Apollo and Kenya would have spoken, okay? But yeah, even Todd tries to stand there and be like, I'm just gonna stay here. You guys can talk. I'll be here. But eventually that doesn't work, and Kenya and Apollo finally get together and talk, okay? They're by themselves. Alright, so they get to talking, and Kenya says apparently her and Apollo were cool. She was a fan of Apollo's. Why? Okay, they were cool, but obviously once her and Phaedra fell out, her and Apollo's relationship dissolved. And I was sitting there thinking, so what? Did you really think you two were supposed to be best friends? The best of friends? Oh, my wife and you ain't cool, but we still gonna have sleepovers. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen, Kenya? You're not the man's wife's friend, okay? And you were initially friends with Phaedra. So did you think the relationship between you and Apollo was meant to carry on? What relationship, by that matter? Like, no, that doesn't, you don't do that shit. Okay, there's being friends with your friend's husband. But once you're not friends, that just becomes a bit sneaky and creepy and a bit weird, okay? That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. It would be cool if Apollo and Kenya were friends even before he knew who Phaedra was. Then that would be understandable, okay? But no, I didn't know what she was trying to say with that, but that there's no way in hell that shit's gonna work. Alright? Okay. Alright. So Apollo, they carry on talking, and Apollo just says the most dumbest shit. He says that, he felt as though he could have smashed Kenya if he wanted to. Okay, that's the way he said it. That's the way he said it. He felt like he could have smashed Kenya if he really wanted to, but he didn't because he that's not what it was about. But if he wanted to, that's what he would have done. Because he's a man. Okay, they're both attractive people, and obviously guys find Kenya attractive. So what a guy gonna do? The guy gonna smash Kenya, but he ain't gonna do that because no, and all the shit he was saying made no sense. Okay, he kept talking, and I was like, Apollo, you're just digging your grave. Like, why are you still talking? Shut the fuck up. Look pretty and just shut up. Stop talking. He just went about this the wrong way, and it was just ridiculous. And I really hope they played this shit for him because he sounds like a damn right fool. Okay, you don't say that, even if you're thinking it, even if you could have had that opportunity. Don't say it. Don't say it because now you're bigging up Kenya's head. Oh, so what? He could have fucked me if he wanted to. Oh, okay, but he didn't. I know why he didn't, but you want to. I wouldn't be surprised if Kenya and Apollo end up together like 15 years down the line. I'm not wishing that because I love Phaedra, but I don't like what's going on here. Okay? Apollo's a straight fool. I don't blame Kenya. Apollo's the one that should know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, so as they carry on talking, they finally, kind of joke about it, all kikiing with each other, like, Apollo! He's like, yeah. They're laughing. And in walks in Candy. And Phaedra follows behind, okay? Ooh, alright. So Kenya and Apollo are still talking, laughing, and Phaedra walks in looking at someone's mum. That's what I'm saying, okay? Kenya at least always makes it an effort to look fucking sexy all the time. Now, I know she hasn't got any responsibilities. She hasn't got any kids. She hasn't got this. She hasn't got this to think of. But look at Cynthia. Even Cynthia never tries to look any less than an 8. Okay? But Phaedra is like, she never tries to make an effort. And I know, because I'm one of those girls, okay, look, I will bust sweats if I want, okay? But you were in fucking Mexico. Mexico? You're in Mexico. Okay, so wear some tight-fitting stuff. Like, look, demand that attention. Okay, don't walk in with your damn scarf. Huh? Well, she could have walked in with a scarf and made it look even better, but the way she made it look, it just looked like she was ready to take her kids home. Okay? That's what I'm saying, you know. He's sitting there flirting with Kenya, who's looking nice, and then you walk in just looking turned down. I rest my case, okay? But he sees Phaedra and Pete, and the guy's like, ooh, ooh, oh, what's going on? Ooh, okay? And Phaedra goes to sit with them, and that's when they decide to end this damn show. Okay? But I would have done what Phaedra did too. I would have pulled up a chair and be like, what we talking about? What we talking about? What's the joke? I want to laugh too. I would have done that. I would have done that. Okay? But yeah, like I said, they leave it. They end the damn episode when it starts to get good. Okay? But next week, guys, Phaedra turns up. She says, I would slap the dog shit out of you. Okay? Now, I'm living for this because Phaedra always tries to suppress the fact that she swears, okay? And we all swear. I can't wait. I can't wait because I know Phaedra's crazy. Can you not see that? I can see Phaedra being a real crazy bitch. Like, I know she can set it off. I know she's crazy deep down, but she suppresses that. She doesn't want... Kenya doesn't want to try her. Phaedra's crazy, but I can't wait. And next week, we see this altercation between Peter, Greg, and Todd. I can't wait for that. But guys, this is ItsASheThIngTV. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching my video. I feel really sick right now. I feel so damn hot too. But guys, thank you for watching my videos as always. And I will be back, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be back. I can't wait for some new shows to start so that I could just review it, okay? Now, someone did recommend for me to review Blood, Sweat and Heels, I think it's called. But isn't it too deep into the season for me to even review it now? It's kind of gonna be irrelevant, right? Either way, I'll find a way. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace out.